We had, okay, minimum staffing, 4 on the truck, gotta have that to roll. But we worked to limit the number of folks who could be absent on any one day, and those have gone. And so yes, overtime has been through the roof.
Well,
We also had an increase in emergency spending, and we are not penalizing the fire department for that. I scraped money away from other departments to cover those expenses.
My point on the average though is that the department needs to have 23 overtime shifts a day or fewer to stay within budget.
Correct.
And above that, the brownouts begin being
Correct.
implemented. And the department has averaged far more than that 23, even in recent weeks. So
Correct.
I hear what you're saying, that to date, public safety may not have been compromised, but moving forward, would you agree with the chief's assessment that
It's an unrealistic target.
I don't think it's an unrealistic target in any way.
No, do you
If
agree
this
with
is
the
a-
chief's assessment that public safety would be compromised above
If
1, 2, 3 of the plan?
There is no doubt that if we had to park a significant number of fire apparatus, it could have an impact on public safety. That is a fair and true statement. The goal is not to park a single fire apparatus, because working with the firefighters and the firefighters union, we, in a common sense, professional way, work to make sure that we have sufficient staffing every day so that we don't have excessive overtime, so that we don't spend $500,000 on the first day of hunting season because everybody wants the same day off. Tell me a company that allows the entire workforce to take the same day off every year.
Mayor, has there been thought, about, I don't know, privatizing the ambulance, or getting the ambulance folks coming in on the private side, because there are a lot of private sector ambulance folks, and having the firefighters drive? I've heard that.
There's a lot of
floated around by
discussion. There's a lot of discussion about reducing the size of the fire service, privatizing ambulances. I am not a proponent of that. It won't happen on my watch. I think it's a mistake. I think we have a great fire department, but we have an excellent ambulance response, and your chances of surviving in Houston are better than anywhere else if you have something like a heart attack. However, we're going to have a conversation about how you deploy those resources. Whether a resource deployment model based on fighting fires is appropriate, and that's where we need to go in the future. But there is a lot of discussion about that. It's not going to happen while I have a
Mayor,
Well,
any
and
other
also-
subjects besides anything
Well,
beyond
I just have one more
fire?
question.
Yes, China.
I was talking about, we spoke to the police union yesterday, and they were saying that they don't have the backfill requirement for, so the cops calling sick and things like that. And there's talk, I don't know if it's comparing apples to oranges or whatever, but they had said, hey, look, if we had the same provision the fire did in their contract,
They would have the same problem if they had the
they
same
would
provision.
bankrupt the city and.
It would bankrupt the city.
Where do you
On the
see-
police side, there are limits to how many people can take off. But if people call in sick, that police car doesn't roll. So what we are doing on the fire side is exactly what we do on the police side. It's just that in order to roll that fire apparatus, we made the commitment that we wouldn't roll it with less than 4. If we could roll it with 3, which we're not planning on doing, if we roll it with 3, we can keep all the fire trucks in service.
And you've never thought about increasing, I don't know, taxes or something to get a bigger budget, pay for more?
That is something that would have to be discussed with council. I will tell you, however, that looking 2 years down the road, if the economy continues to just explode, we're going to run up against basically our constitutional, our charter revenue cap, and we'll have to cut taxes.
Mayor, what are some of the business ventures